Hey, good day to you. Good morning, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. Hope you're having a great week. We're going to jump in today's topic. Be kind. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Let's kind of take that, just kind of look at it. So a lot of times we don't always know what's going on behind the scenes in somebody else's life. What they present to us and to the public might not always be the truth, or at least the whole truth. Consider yourself as well. Is what you present to other people, present out to the public, is that the same thing that's going on when you're alone behind closed doors? So this definitely kind of deals with, I guess, in dealing with the body, mind, spirit. Part of it's the mind with what we can see, what we think about others, but also I think it's also spirituality. How do we really relate and connect to others, especially with personal spirituality with ourselves, and then communal spirituality, I guess, would be with others. And one of the ideas where this came up is today is September 6th. So yesterday was the 5th, which means yesterday on the 5th is when 5 years ago is when I would have gone in for the surgery to remove the tumor from my sinus, the cancerous tumor from my sinus. I ended up getting out, probably was about midnight. So it would have been 12 a.m. this morning is when I either finished up surgery, got to my room, something like that one there. Kind of got me thinking a little bit, because if you would have, it was an 8-hour surgery, but it was done because they went all up through the nose. Got the tumor that way. They could have removed part of the eye or part of the brain, but they went through the nose. So if you would have seen me, once I was out of the hospital about 5 days later, when all the tubes and everything else were taken out, and the gauze and stuff, if you would have seen me after surgery, you wouldn't have known anything was wrong. Because all out here, I looked fine. Other than at the time, because I had a cancer endurance, I had shaved everything off. I had a little soul patch. I kept the soul patch there, but everything else was shaved off because I kept having to put gauze there. But if you would have looked at me after surgery, you wouldn't have known anything took place, because it was everything that took place behind here. Everything that took place back up here in the sinuses is where all the trauma was at, all the swelling was, all the damage was done. But up to the public and out to the eye, I looked perfectly fine. So it's taking a moment, I guess you can kind of see, is learning to be compassionate for others, realizing what you see isn't always what you get. And there's times, I'm sure you've been well aware of situations and people in your life to where they're major successful in business, but yet their relationships are miserable. Or they're really good with their health is good and fit, but yet they don't do anything with business. Or one person, they got the spiritual life, but yet they don't have, they got great relationships, but yet finances aren't set. So you can have all those different components to where you don't always see the full story. And each one of us is fighting some type of battle. Some are more are tougher than others. Sometimes for people, it's a battle for their very life as they're dealing with some type of health issue. The ones, maybe they're fighting addiction that you know nothing about. What it is, it's just understanding to be kind. And by the way, if you're interested, this is another shirt from Valhalla Project. So I will leave a link and comments or something like that there if you're interested in the shirt you throw. And then there's no affiliates for them. Their proceeds helped with fallen warriors. But I'll leave a link to the shirt. And it's not just this color, I got a couple of different colors for men and women. But when you're around people, okay, I got a connection here. Kind of hasn't had that for a while, so I lost a connection here on one of my sites. Maybe it's back. But regardless, that's what I kind of want you to just consider for today. We're dealing with our body, mind, and spirit. Sometimes we almost put off this facade anytime we go out in the public. It's like we put this mask on before we go out to present to people. Because sometimes we're afraid that they might not accept who the real us are. Been guilty of that. And other times we are dealing with issues, challenges that we prefer not to share, or at least not with the public anyways. So it's a balancing act. But bottom line is kind of, let's just look at it from spiritual perspective, because spirituality here, we talk about body, mind, and spirit, is personal spirituality, your connection to yourself, communal spirituality, your connection with your people around you, and environmental spirituality, which is your environment, nature, and if you choose to believe in the higher power. So let's kind of put this in that construct, wherever you fit, wherever your beliefs are in that. Sorry, apparently got network issues here, because even something going on here. But let's take an issue with that and kind of go, okay, that person looks like this, but ours, what's going on? So regardless, be kind to everybody. You're not for sure what's going on. I hope all that made sense. Let me know a situation to where maybe perhaps you, that someone either wasn't kind to you or maybe was kind, and a situation that there were either yourself or others, you didn't have to admit what it was, to where, yeah, you knew something else was going on behind the scenes, but you didn't quite, or you learned later something else behind the scenes, but you still were nice to them. Hope that kind of made sense here. I'm fumbling through my words anyways, but I think you get the gist of the point. So have yourself a great day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care and balancing to you. Bye-bye.